Hello and welcome to another episode of the Midday Muster. Today on the show, we are asking you at home, what is your favourite holiday memory? And Michelle Cashman will be joining us to talk about her new album, All the Mountains I Must Climb. My name's Danny Young and I am the host of the Midday Muster. I'm a singer, songwriter, recording artist, touring artist. Not really doing a lot of that at the moment, as you might be able to guess. And so that's why I created this show to keep our country music family connected and up to date on all the latest news and songs and just having a good time together. So our question was, what is your favorite holiday memory? And for me, I would say my favorite holiday, certainly in recent years, but maybe of all time, was I went on a family trip to Tahiti about 2 years ago now. And I've got this really strong memory of just laying in this hammock right on the water. And around us, they had these rocks that were actually speakers, fake rocks with speakers inside them playing this really soft French Pacific Islander type music. And I'm just laying in this hammock with the most beautiful sunset, got bungalows over the water in front of me, and I just got this beautiful music around me. And that's just a moment in time that I've just captured in my head. And whenever I want to relax, I just think back to, remember laying in that hammock? That was just the best moment. So that is my favorite holiday memory. And I'd love to hear what yours are. So please let me know in the comments. We will be drawing on your comments later in the show to write a song. And it sounds like the theme of the song is going to be memories, holidays, magic moments together as a family, or whatever you leave for me in the comments. That's what we're going to be making the lyrics out of. So please start putting those comments in. You can put them in later as well. So before we do that, and before we get Michelle Cashman on, let's take a look at what's happening in country music as we turn to the roundup. The new Joy McKean movie has finally been given a release date after it was postponed earlier in the year due to COVID-19. Slim and I will hit theatres on September 10, and it follows the 50-year partnership of Slim Dusty and Joy McKean. It'll look at Joy's performance and songwriting career, decades of touring, and their marriage. The McClymonts have announced the cancellation of their rescheduled Mayhem to Madness tour, which was due to start next month. The tour was originally meant to take place in May this year. However, COVID restrictions got in the way. All the new dates from September through to the 30th of January have been cancelled with no announcement of rescheduling. The Mount Isa Virtual Rodeo kicked off last night with a live stream event on their webpage. Lee Kernaghan, Casey Barnes and O'Shea were the headline acts, giving live-streamed performances during the pre-recorded rodeo events, where competitors sent in videos of their best rides to be judged. And a new update from the Tamworth Country Music Festival has cast uncertainty over whether the event can occur in January in light of restrictions and uncertainty. Despite previous assurances that it would be the first music festival to go ahead after restrictions lift, the evolving situation has now cast doubt. Organisers say they are planning several different scenarios of how the festival could take place in January depending on health guidelines, and will advise fans in the coming months as soon as any decisions are made. That's it for the roundup. Let's move to our next segment where we invite artists to share the stories behind their new songs and perform them live. Michelle Cashman is a singer-songwriter. She was from the Southern Highlands, but she's just moved to Sussex Inlet. And she's graduated from the CMAA Senior Academy of Country Music earlier this year. She's now released her first country album. Let's welcome Michelle Cashman to the show.
But I just praise the Lord I left, 'cause girls like me don't need guys like you to make us bitter. Girls like me, we don't need guys like you to hold us down. We don't need your love, don't need your lies, your attitude, your alibis. Oh, girls like me will be just fine.
Thank you for joining us today, Michelle, on the Midday Muster. Good to see you. How's
Likewise.
everything going in your world?
Yes, good. Everything's pretty good considering the state of everything.
And you've just moved house to Sussex Inlet. That's a big thing to do in the middle of everything else that's been going on. How's, settling in and, getting back into music in Sussex Inlet now?
Well, my family live down here, so pretty much every school holidays and every now and then on a weekend, if I had the chance, I would come down and I would see them anyway. So it's always felt like a sort of both coming home and holiday place at the same time. So actually moving here now after so many years, it kind of feels a little bit like I'm on this extended, strange, weird holiday, especially with no gigs and stuff like that. But I'm loving being close to my family, and that's the main thing for me. Just, having them around the corner, being able to have meals together and walk. And I know that if the restrictions get worse, then at least, we'll still be able to, socially distance but spend time together.
Yeah, I think family is a really important thing during times like this where the world's a little on its head at the moment. So you graduated from the CMAA Academy this year, but you've been doing music for much longer than that. Where did your musical journey really start?
Oh, I was about 4 when I used to put on my mum's shiny pajamas. She had shiny pajamas and I have these big sunglasses. There's still these horrible photos. I look like a little tiny Elton John. But yeah, I used to dance around the living room and be all look at me. And yeah, throughout school I was in the choir for a little bit, but I wasn't a real big joiner. I like to do my own thing. And then in high school, I think I was 14 and I started writing as well. So, and as soon as I started writing, it was, the singer-songwriter thing was definitely where my heart lies, I guess. Yeah, that storytelling was, this is it. Yeah.
And so this is your first country album, All the Mountains I Must Climb. Were you dabbling in other genres before coming to country music?
Yes, definitely. I think I grew up singing along to Bette Midler and Whitney Houston and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if you've disappeared.
Keep talking.
Okay. I grew up singing along to Bette Midler and Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey and all of that kind of stuff. And then when I started writing my songs, especially when you're learning with 4 chords and a guitar, your songs tend to take a certain shape. And I did a couple of recordings in my early 20s with Michael Carpenter and Matt Fell, but I really didn't feel like they were me, that they were what I wanted to do. And I'd spent all this money and I really didn't like the outcome, and it wasn't them at all, because the stuff that I have done since has also been with those guys, mostly with Michael Carpenter. But it's been about me discovering how to articulate the ideas that I have in my head, because before they were kind of just feelings, and I had nothing to sort of go, this is the direction it needs to take, this is the sound that's going to make that happen. But I did a 50% of a degree in music composition and production, just enough, like I did my majors in production and composition and stuff like that, so that I had the language to be able to articulate and to make those sorts of things happen. So it also gave me that confidence that when I would go into the studio, rather than going, here's a song, can you please do something with it? It was, here's a song, here's a track that I want it to sound like in this aspect, here's what I want from this part of it, and this is what I want from this part of it. And then also to have that confidence when Michael would come back to me and go, what about this? And I'd be like, no, I don't like it. No offense to you, but can we do it like this instead? And that constant back and forth and being able to really shape that end product meant that when I walked away from it, just going, oh, that's it, we've nailed it. And we didn't give up until we got exactly what I wanted either. So that was fantastic. But with the album that I've just put out, it's just acoustic. So it didn't really need to have any production sort of choices made. It was just about getting in there and telling those stories in their raw format. So
yeah, and this acoustic album is actually sort of based on songs you put up on your Patreon page. So how did that sort of evolve from putting up recordings on your Patreon page to your subscribers each month into how about we make this an acoustic album?
So what I really wanted to do out of having patrons was to be able to create this high quality content that I wouldn't have been able to afford if I didn't have patrons. And then, you know, once you have this high quality recording, you go, oh, well, what do I do with it? Do I just give them an MP3? Do I make videos, make a CD? And it's about, you know, getting as much bang for your buck as you can. But also for me, having patrons, it's also about giving them as much value as I possibly can as well. So a big part was, all right, I've got these songs, I've got these stories, I want to share these stories and I want to share them with my patrons. But I have like a tier. So once they're at $20 a month, then if I create any physical products, they get to be in the liner notes as well. And then if I create videos, they get to be in the credits as well. So they can actually see these things that they have helped be in existence. So I went into the studio with the idea of I'm going to create some videos and then, you know, put the credits for these guys and then I'll give them the MP3s. And we shot the videos, and I think we had nutted it out that while I was there, we'd probably have enough time to do 3. And, you know, because once the cameras are going, you know, you've got cameras coming at you from everywhere, you're recording the audio, so it's not just, you know, sound good, it's also don't make any of these stupid faces because you don't want that to be in the video either. Like, so it was that pressure's really on. So a lot of the times if you're going to do that, it's going to take you 4 or 5 takes. But we just, I guess, got really lucky because there were quite a number of those songs that it was a one-take thing. We just went, oh, are you happy? Yeah. Are you happy? Yeah. Did that sound okay to you? Yeah. And I'm like, did I do anything stupid with my face? I don't think so. Okay, we're good. Like, my hair wasn't attached to my eyelashes that time, you know, all of those things. So we ended up just punching out one song after the other. And we said we'd work out mixing and all of that kind of stuff later. But, yeah, we ended up getting 11 songs done in the one day. And I thought, well,
Whoa.
if I've got the 11 songs there, that's an album. Why would I not put that together in a CD and put the patrons in the lining? So like when you open up my album, in there is my little thank yous with all the people who have, wrong side, this is backwards, who have helped make these things happen, which is, it's fantastic. Without patrons, I would not be doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't have been able to do a film clip or anything, so.
Wow. That's a very interesting way to create an album. I don't know that I've personally heard a story like that where it's, you know, I was just creating live performance videos and we ended up doing 11 in one day, so we ended up making it an album. It's a very unique story, very unique to you and to the experience of having Patreons to be able to fund that. Because a lot of musicians have used crowdfunding, so things like Possible and Kickstarter to, you know, specifically work on just an album, but you've got supporters that are helping you work on all different aspects of your music career year round because it's a monthly subscription. So it's very interesting to see how, like, not only have you released at least 2 songs this year that were full productions, like with the band's sound and everything, but you've also done an acoustic album. Like, you're just producing so much content, and it's because you've got so many people that believe in you and are financially supporting you throughout the year. So it's a very interesting model that you've got going there, and I'm assuming you're very happy with how it's going.
Oh, I am. Like, obviously, with the singles and the film clip and everything like that, I had savings that I'd been saving up for ages as well. But to continue to do more, it's only having the patrons that has made that possible. even this interview, it wouldn't be for my publicist, who I wouldn't have been able to pay if I didn't have patrons, especially, with what's going on and not being able to do live gigs. The income's got to come from somewhere. And the best thing, I think, is not just the quantity and quality of the output. It's having these people who I know care about my music enough to put their hand in their pocket and go, here you go, this is for this month. And whether that's for me, whether that's $1 or $20 or $50, what it does for me is it says, okay, Michelle, it's the 25th of the month. What have you actually created for these guys? What have you written? How much time have you spent, in front of the piano? Right down to pushing myself to practice harder and spend more time with my instruments. So it's not just creating content, it's creating a better singer-songwriter. So I'm very, very, very grateful.
Wow, that's very high praise for your patrons. That's amazing to hear. Now, obviously we're talking about the new album today, All the Mountains I Must Climb. You're going to give us a little live performance of one of the songs from the album. Please Forgive Me, I believe, is the one you're going to sing. What's the story behind this song?
So I went to hospital last year, September last year, after quite some time not doing any music. I think it was about 5 or 6 years that I had not done music to my full capacity, I suppose. I wasn't doing gigs, I wasn't writing, I wasn't picking up my instrument, and a lot of other life circumstances played a part in this, especially having like a chronic illness as well was a big factor. But the not doing music was really, really bad for me, and as a writer, all that stuff wasn't coming out. And it got to a point last year that I was hospitalised for severe anxiety and depression. And, I was probably at the lowest point that I could have been at, but I thought, like my GP suggested, go and give your nervous system a rest and sort out what's going on with you. And when I got in there and we did intake and all of this kind of stuff, and you spend a few days with nothing else that you have to do besides look at what's going on, stuff started coming up. And the strangest, it's one of those coincidences or miracles, whatever you want to call it, but I ended up being in a hospital at a grand piano in the foyer, and a keyboard in an art room, and they place such a emphasis on the importance of creativity in this place. And so I sat at a keyboard after a few days of being there, and I literally played the first chord. I just played an F minor, like, hey, I only know how to play keys and like songs in the key of A, so I played an F minor, and out this song came, and the words started just writing themselves, and I think it took me to the chorus before I realised that I'd actually written an apology song to myself for letting it get that far. I really felt like I had disappointed myself and let myself down for not doing what I knew on some level was a really, really important thing to do for myself, which was music. And so my counsellor and the psychiatrist and the psychologist, both actually separate to each other, turned around and said to me, the most important thing that you can do for yourself is music. Like, that is how you are wired, that is who you are, and that's what's going to help you get well. And, I come out of that. That was in September. I think November, I went on the songwriters retreat. I recorded Guys Like You. Then I went to Tamworth and I did the academy. And then, I started the Patreon page in November. And from there, I've just done more and more music and gotten more and more healthy, and, finally feel it. I'm not just back to where I was or in a better place, or I feel amazing. And it's, you know, it's all gone hand in hand. And I had told myself that music was such a selfish thing, and in reality, it's a synergy thing, that if I do what makes me happy and brings me joy, it simultaneously makes other people happy and brings them joy. So it's a win-win situation, really.
Wow, that's an amazing story. A testament that music is medicine. And I can't wait to hear this song. I'd love you to play it for us.
Okay, I'm gonna have a little drink because I feel myself all going. I hate giving the intro to this before I play too, because then I'm like, oh, now you know what I'm feeling while I'm singing it. But that's okay.
To make it more special.
I know I let you down. I wasn't there when you needed me. I didn't listen when you had so much to say. You knocked on my door and I turned you away. But I know what you need and I kept it from you. Trying so hard to be what they needed me to. I was hearing your voice, but not heeding your call. Till it got to the point you made no sound at all. Please forgive me, I know not what I do. So hard, doing all the right things, before letting you breathe and letting you sing. I didn't mean to lie when I said everything was fine. I didn't mean to be cruel, but I put everything first but you. Please forgive me, I know not what I do. I never believed I was stifling you. Thought you could fly whilst clipping your wings, not letting you breathe or letting you sing. Please forgive me, I know not what I do. I never believed I was abandoning you. I was trying so hard, doing all the right things, before letting you breathe and letting you sing. But I promise you this, whatever else life will bring, I will harness your breath and be hearing you sing.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. Your voice is just so emotive and stunning. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that, especially it's such a personal song, clearly. But those are the best songs. The ones that are super vulnerable are just the greatest to listen to as well. So thank you for that.
My pleasure. I just hope that, if there's anyone listening or watching or, that does hear that story, that they realise that, you've got to do what brings you joy. It's important.
Absolutely. Well, I feel like I could just sit here and talk to you all day because you've got such interesting stories to tell. But we have to move on to our next segment of the show, which is where we write a song with our audience comments. So I've seen some gorgeous comments come through already. People telling me their favourite holiday memories. Let's have a look at some of them. Robert Holmes is saying his favourite holiday moment was travelling to Townsville and doing a day trip over to Magnetic Island. Sounds beautiful. Kaz Johnson says she's got too many, but Austria was a dream come true. Austria sounds amazing. We've got Beck Gracie says ziplining in Vanuatu. That's very adventurous. Good one, Beck. That sounds fun. I had a few comments come in. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to put those all into a bit of a song. I should ask you, Michelle, what's your favourite holiday memory?
I was trying to think about this before when you said what the question of the day was, but my favourite holiday memory was I think maybe being a kid and coming down to Sussex with my grandparents before any of my family lived here. We used to come down to one of the caravan parks, and it was me and my aunties and uncles and my nan and pop, and we'd all go swimming together and stuff like that. And it's been such a long time since that sort of stuff has happened because everyone's gotten so much older and grown up and gone apart, but it's a very special memory.
Yeah, I think definitely what makes a beautiful holiday memory is the people you're with, especially when it's family and friends. That sort of thing is just, that's where the magic comes from. It makes it timeless. It's something you want to remember forever and ever. So I think maybe that's something we need to tap into as we write this very quick song today. We've got 15 minutes on the clock to write a verse and chorus. So I think we can do it. I've had a little play around with some chords. So I think we're going to start on a C. All right, we're seeing some of those comments come up on the screen. Let us know what you think the first lyrics should be in the song. We want to capture holiday memories, but especially about, family, friends, what makes it a special moment. So we can't just list off your favourite destinations. We need to know what makes it special. And we've had a mix of summer and winter destinations. I saw someone wrote Niagara Falls in winter. Salzburg was amazing. European places are generally pretty cold, but then we've got some tropical island places. So we can't just go for one or the other. We have to encapsulate all of it, I think.
What if it's not about a destination?
Destination.
You just said that, the same thing. You said the same thing that I thought. It doesn't matter where we go.
Doesn't matter where we go. I don't want to say it's the journey. That's a bit cheesy.
No, but
Doesn't matter where we go if it's with you.
you could say Niagara to Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? Use some of the destinations there. It doesn't matter where we go.
Yeah.
Whether, from somewhere to somewhere, comments. I can't say
Niagara Falls. What rhymes with you? To Liverpool. Liverpool. Liverpool's kind of cold. It's not I guess Niagara Falls is, they all have summer and winter, don't they? I feel like maybe we should do opposites of a very wintry place to a summery place. Doesn't matter where we go if it's with you. From the Rocky Mountains, from the mountaintops, from the mountaintops to the swimming pool.
You can mention snow.
From the snowy mountains to Vanuatu. All right, we're going to go with that because we need to make more lines. All right, so we're going to stick with that for the first two lines. Doesn't matter where we go if it's with you. Snowy mountaintops to Vanuatu. So we're saying it doesn't matter where we go. So then maybe we need to say what does matter as the next line. Only matters. What only matters? It only matters how I feel. Only matters.
All that matters
is a smile.
Who is beside me, or who is?
All that matters is who I'm sharing the memories with.
That's true. At least we're starting with the truth.
So we need to phrase that in a way that's singable.
Say the line again.
Where we go, if it's with you, from the snowy mountaintops to Vanuatu. Then we've got
all that matters.
All that matters is who I sharing the road, sharing the smiles, sharing the loves.
All that matters is
all that matters.
Person,
all that matters is
all that matters in the memories. Do you know what I mean? Because when you come back to the memories, so all that matters in the memories
is all the good times you shared with me.
Yeah, is the person who was in them. Like, all that matters in the memories is the person who was standing right beside me, or something along those lines. Because that's really what you look at.
It sure
is the one who...
Doesn't matter where we go if it's with you. From the snowy mountaintops to Vanuatu. All that matters is the memories and the person standing next to me. Something like that.
Yep. Or instead,
all that matters, keep it you.
Sorry. Wait, we both went at the same time. Say it again.
I was just going to say, because we said you in the first line, should we keep it as you rather than the person? Keep it like I'm singing just to one person? Or you like the person better?
All that matters...
And the person standing next to me.
I would say all that matters in the memories is the person standing next to me.
Oh, I like that better. Yep.
And then if you go into the chorus, then you can take it home. What that matters is everywhere I go, wherever I live, whatever.
All right, so I think our chorus needs to sort of touch back on the idea of holidays, since that's our theme for today, but in not too cheesy a way. So I feel like we want to go to the G for the chorus. So, all that matters is the memories. Oh, in the memories is the person standing next to me. Da, da. Da, 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 da. Something like that, maybe.
I don't need a holiday from life if I'm living life with you, or something. That's what it came in my head. I don't know.
Or like every day's a holiday type of thing.
Every day's a holiday.
Reality's a holiday if you're, I don't know.
I don't need an escape. Maybe something.
Yeah.
Just that whole idea of, a lot of the times you go on holidays because you want to escape the world, or you want to escape your job and the stresses of life. Maybe it's wherever I go, whatever I do, I'm on holidays if I'm with you.
Okay.
Just went cliche right there.
There we go. That was pretty much a chorus right there. Go, Michelle. So now we need to figure out how to sing that.
That's your job.
So, oh gosh. So it was, I don't need an escape. Next to me, I don't need an escape. Escape, maybe day rhymes with escape, kind
of. Or a something holiday. Like, I don't need an escape or an expensive holiday. Like, I don't know.
Oh, I like that. Man, you're on fire. I don't need an escape. No expensive holiday. All I need, so I don't need an escape, no expensive holiday. So then probably needs to be all I need is
the holiday rhymes with way. Like, so I don't need an escape, no expensive holiday.
All I need is a smile every day.
Take me away. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you actually...
When I'm with you, you take me away.
Mm.
And then is the fourth line going to rhyme with the A, or is it going to have like a new...
I would say that you take me away is that drop back to the one. Do you know what I mean? So you're building that up. I don't need an escape, no expensive holiday. Because when I'm with you, whatever you do, I don't know, something, you take me away. So you're sort of coming back for that.
Okay, so that becomes the tag.
Mm.
So, I don't need an escape. No expensive holiday. Do we want a minor in here? Take me. So what was it? Oh, what were the words you said again? They were great, and I've lost it already.
I don't know.
All I need, like, every day is something. You take me away. Let us know in the comments what she said. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. This is why I voice record anytime that I'm like writing, because I come back because I can't write as quick as I think. I don't need an escape, no expensive holiday. All I need is...
All I need is to laugh with you every day.
All I need is... Oh, all I need is like your face and your something embrace. You take me away. I don't know.
Okay.
Are you on it? Are you on it, bro?
No.
Or are you just flat out G? All right.
Yeah.
No expensive. Now, did you go to an E minor here?
We don't have to. We can stick with the G. Probably don't need a minor in a happy song like this.
You're something. All I need is your. All I need is your touch, maybe. Okay, all I need is your touch. But then, but there needs to have that internal rhyme in that sentence there to go back to you take me touch and
Touching so much.
All I need is your touch.
Rush.
Yes, I like rush. Yes, I like rush because that's that rush that takes you away. So you go, all I need is your touch, and
it gives me that rush. You take me away.
Me away, yeah. All right, you that. There you go.
All right.
I love how we went from family holidays.
Okay, this will turn into a bit more than a family holiday. This is kind of like going away with your partner, I'd say, at this rate.
Yeah.
That's right. We followed where the song took us. And
that's important.
That's what happened. All I need is your touch. All I need is your touch. Give me that rush. Take me away.
Yeah.
You went
something like
to the city.
All I need is your touch. It gives me that rush. You take me away. Something, I don't know. Give me that rush.
Okay.
The touch gives me that rush. All I need is your touch.
Ooh. So you went E minor with an F sharp to a D? It sounds different.
Well, I went A minor, C, D. So all I need is your touch. You take me on with your touch. Give me that rush. Baby, you take me away. Or you can do the pause in between, which is I think where you went in the first instance. So all I need is your touch. You give me that rush. You take me away. Something. So you've still got that pause.
Yeah. That sounds fantastic. All right, and we're right on time too. So we need to figure out how to like play this through just to like, you know, have officially played the verse and chorus. If I can remember how it went. Okay.
At least we've got the lyrics now.
Like we've got the lyrics at least, but what was the melody? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't let go. I don't remember the first two lines. I remember the next two lines. All that matters is a memory. So how
okay.
Doesn't matter where we go. How does the first line go?
I can't remember.
Doesn't matter where I go if it's with you. That's how it was. The snowy mountaintops, Vanuatu. All that matters is the memories. Oh, I sing it wrong every time. It's in the memories. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Doesn't matter where we go if it's with you. From snowy mountaintops to Vanuatu. All that matters in the memories is the person standing next to me. I don't need an escape, no expensive holiday. All I need is your touch. It gives me that rush. You take me away. Oh, it's right on like an uncomfortable spot of my voice, but we got through it. Oh, goodness. Well, that was really fun. Thank you so much, Michelle, for writing this little song with me today. Another classic song to come out of the Midday Muster.
It was fun. It was nowhere near as torturous as I imagined it would be.
It's actually really like freeing to write a song in such a short format like this, and just having to say yes to everything and not overthinking everything and perfecting every line. Just go, that's it. We're going to move on to the next line because it's done. And it's a really different experience. So I've really enjoyed it. I've been doing this for about 5 or 6 weeks now. And it's been good for me because I haven't really been writing anything else. So I'm forcing myself to write on this show live with an audience, and sometimes with a guest, sometimes not with a guest. But thank you so much for taking the challenge with me today, because this is scary. Not everyone says yes to it. But I think it was fantastic, and we should do more of this.
We could. I think it would be easy to.
All right. Well, I should sign off the show. There we go. That's all we have for the Midday Muster today. Thank you, everyone, for spending your lunch break with me on this pretty nice Sunday where I am, at least. I don't know if it's a nice Sunday where you are. Thank you to Michelle Cashman for being our special day. Her new album, All the Mountains I Must Climb, is available now. Is that correct? It's available now?
Yeah, it is.
Check it out. Consider becoming a Patreon of hers to get exclusive content, because that sounds pretty amazing what she's got going on over on Patreon. Thank you to InView TV and Bruce Mott for producing today's episode. My name's Danny Young, and I'll catch you next Sunday for another episode of the Midday Muster. Bye.
It's all about beauty. It's all about passion. It's all about change. It's all inclusive.